Hi there, it's Denise with Ladybug Stampin' in another video tutorial. Thank you guys for stopping by today. We are going to make this. We're going to make a little coffee cup treat holder. And I am actually going to be in my first craft fair featuring Stampin' Up! Products. So I was trying to come up with some ideas, searching the internet, and everybody says these do really good at the craft fairs, and it's just a little 4-ounce coffee cup that you can get online. I actually got mine from Oriental Trading because I got free shipping with an order, and these were actually cheaper than some of the other places that people are getting these from. But they're the same exact thing, and they do come with the lids from Oriental Trading. So we're going to make this, but we're going to make a different version. I wanted to make something just a little bit different. I do have, quite a few with those. I'll show you some samples at the end of the video. But I wanted to make one with flower seeds. I thought that with the cup, that you could put the dirt in there, fill it up with the dirt, with soil, and then the recipient could plant the seeds in there. So let's get started. What do you need? Well, of course, you need a cup and a lid, 4-ounce cup. These are 4-ounce cups. Okay, and you need some cardstock and some embellishments. We're going to use the Sunflower Daisy Delight, and we're going to create a Black-Eyed Susan with that. That's how what we're going to. I'll show you how I'm going to do that. I'm hoping that's how it's going to turn out. So we're going to use this stamp set and then some cardstock, and we are using the Daisy. I think it's called Daisy Delight. It'll be a correction on the screen if it's not. Designer Series paper. We're using Old Olive, crushed curry. I got some early espresso here that I actually already embossed with the Softly Falling embossing folder. And we're going to punch that out for the middle of the Black-Eyed Susan. And then we just got some scrap pieces over here to the side. Okay, so let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is, let's go ahead and get all our pieces together that we need. So again, I said I embossed this early espresso, and I think I'm going to use our 1/2-inch punch, and I'm just going to punch out. I'm going to try to get as many of these as I can out of here. A circle out of that with the punch, okay? Then we're going to take some crumb cake. Let me get, and our daisy stamp. I'm just going to stamp here on my piercing mat, and we're just going to stamp one daisy. Now we are going to punch this out, so let me say this: when you're stamping, you want your petals of your daisy stamp to go up and down. Now I'm using a scrap piece of crushed curry. I made a mistake on another project, so I had all these pieces left, so it worked out great. So we're only going to stamp one. I think we're only going to stamp one. I haven't made a sample of this one, so I'm hoping this is going to work. Then we're going to slide our cardstock in there, and I'm hoping that since this is complete square, I'll be able to line this up good enough with the stamping, and it will turn out. Well, I had it, and it slipped from my hand. Okay, I'm just trying to line that up a little bit for y'all can see it. Okay, let's punch that out. A punch. I haven't used this punch a whole lot. All right, then what we're going to do, I think what we're going to do, aren't you guys glad I was prepared? I mean, I am kind of prepared, but I'm just going to cut this in half. At the top, I'm going to cut these 3 off, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to layer them kind of right here. Oh, you know what? I might need, let's stamp another one because that's not going to work like that. So stamp another one. I was thinking that would work with just the 3, but we need to stamp another one. So let's stamp another one. And I'll cut this one in half, and that might work better. Okay, so let's punch this one. Okay, we're going to cut this one. We're going to cut the top 3 off too. Let's see if this works. Okay, so we're going to cut this little piece off, but first what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue it. I'm going to adhere it first, and then we'll trim it. See, you guys can see how we come up with that. So let's take a little Tombow And let's just put on here. And let me lay that down where I want it to line up. Okay, that's going to work. Alright. I might leave that like it is. I may not do no trimming. Okay. And then we're going to take our little 1/2-inch circle. Let's make sure that's going to fit. Fits perfect. YouTube, you're being nice to me today. Okay. And we'll just place that right there on top of the flower. Now, I probably should have done this with, you would think, basic black cardstock. But I was actually looking at the flower and they look more brown than they look black. So that's why I chose the early espresso. Okay, so there's our black-eyed Susan. I'm going to say that. Alright, so now, we'll take these pieces over here. What we're going to do is, to get the, to have this lined up, what I did was I actually just cut one of these and I trimmed this part off and the bottom right here. And I'll show you. I've got one right here. So I trimmed that part off, trimmed the bottom off, and then I made a note that this was the top and this was the bottom. And this is important when you're using certain prints that go one way, okay? So that's why I wrote that, because I need all the help I can get. So that's my template. And this is the piece I resulted. Now, when I trimmed this, I cut this first, then I cut this, and I cut about an extra 1/2 inch on each side. So when I wrap it and seal it, they'll overlap. Okay, so I'm just going to wrap my cup with this right here. That works. Okay, that's going to work. So we're going to take some nail adhesive, and I'm just going to, another good tip that I found, when you are, I use a pencil, when you are doing this, whatever side you want to show, you want to trace on the back because of your pencil marks, okay? Don't ask me how I come up with that. Yeah, so, all right, and then we're just going to wrap it. And I'm using snail. Snail or Tombow works really good with this because it gives you a little time for the give in case it didn't line up right. Like that right there didn't line up right. Okay. Really, Tombow is probably the best one. Okay, there we go. And then we'll put our little cup on top. Okay, and then for this, we're going to take some scrap pieces of cardstock, and we're going to cut, because I don't want the dirt to come out of this little sip hole right here. So I'm going to use our 1 3/4 circle punch. Okay. And then I'm going to use our 1 1/2 circle punch, and I'm going to cut a piece off this DSP. Alrighty. And then I'm going to take this, put some snail on the back of it, line it up right here. And then I'm going to take some more Tombow and go around this the circle on the back of the, and I'm just going to put a thin layer. I don't need too much. Just around the outside. Not completely outside because it doesn't touch. Okay. Take this and put that on top. Kind of close that hole a little bit. And then that will be the top of that. Whoops. Let's just close that. Let's wipe off that glue. Alright, so we have our cup done. So that's our cup. Okay. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to take our, this is cut at 2 1/2 by 11 inches. Alright, and we're going to, this is going to be what we're going to, our holder. So let me put this to the side. And we're going to go ahead and score this. And we're going to score it at 3 1/4, 3/4, 3 1/4, 4, and 6 1/2. That's all the scoring you need right there. Now you're going to take your bone folder And we're going to go burnish all our lines, all our score lines. Okay. All right, now you're going to see this like this. You have your long piece, then you have your next short piece, your 3/4 mark. This is I think like 2 inches or 2 1/4 inches, and then you have your 3/4 mark. You're going to take between the end piece here where this shortest score line is, and you're going to take your 2-inch punch, and you're going to line this up the best that you can. I always kind of have to look at it, see where I'm at, because some of these don't come out real good. I always think I'm a little over, but save that. Okay, so I could have went over a little bit, but you can create a template if you want and lay it on there. Maybe draw a circle and then punch it out. That's just really time consuming, and I'm making quite a few of these, but it's a great idea if you're just making a couple of them. Okay, and now let me say, when you're going to take this, and how this is going to line up is you're going to take this circle and fold it over, and this piece is going to lay against this piece right here, so it creates like a little holder for your cup. Okay, so we're going to put adhesive on here, and I am going to put Tombow because I want it to be hold. Okay, and I'm just going to line it up right there. Press it down, and then I'm going to take my fingers, kind of make sure it's down in there, lined up against that. Rub it a little bit, kind of get that adhesion on there. Make sure everything is lined up. Okay, awesome. All right, now the one thing I forgot to do was cut this piece, but that's okay. We're going to cut a 3, so it's 3 1/4, so you want to do it, set, let's see, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 8. And then since that's 2 1/2, you want to do it 5, is that 1 3/8? Wait, this is 2 1/2, Denise. So, oh, that might be right perfect. Let's see. Let's see if that's perfect. Just had to make the one cut. Okay. Wow, everything's going good for me today on YouTube. Especially since I thought I had this piece cut. Oh, I did. It's right there. Is that the same piece? Is that the piece that I cut earlier? Yes, that is the piece. I thought I did, and then I couldn't find it. You can use Tombow or snail on this. I use lots of adhesive, different kinds. Just depends on what I'm making, I guess. But for a video, we'll keep it. Oh, let me turn it this way because the flower's facing up on that. So we'll just line it up a little bit. So you got a little decorative piece. All right. Now, some people will put their pieces on here, or a DSP on here. You can do that. That's fine, depending on what you're going to use. But these are also made to be to put gift cards in. And I found that if I put a gift card there, you're not going to see that piece. So I debated on whether I was going to put a piece of DSP on there. I'm not on this one because I just want to see the difference in it. Okay. But what we are going to need is another strip. This is about half an inch. This is half an inch by 6 inches. And we're going to wrap it. All I'm going to do is wrap it. You can score these, but I just find it's easier just to wrap. And it just kind of gives you your score line for you. Okay. Just wrap it around there. And then burnish the ends. Okay. And then take this, well, that Tombow. Take this and put it towards the top. You want it towards the top because that's also what we're going to put our sunflower on. And they might want to put, you know, give it as a gift for someone who likes to garden, and maybe a Home Depot card or Walmart gift card for them to go get some plants or soil in the, you know, when the springtime comes. And just hold that a little bit like that. So you got just enough room to put your gift card in there. All right, so that's done. Put a little treat cup in there. Now, we're going to take our sunflower, and we can put it on here if we want, on this little circle, because you can use a circle as like something to put your sentiment on, or a picture on there. And I thought we could put the sunflower, I'm going to see how that looks, on there. And then use our teeny tiny wishes. And there's a stamp in there that says, just for you. So let me find it, just for you. Okay, it's right there. And we could stamp on there. So let's see what that's going to look like. And, all right. Since I've got it right here, we'll just use black memento. And this tuxedo black is what the color is actually. So we're just going to stamp this. Oh, that's better. That's so much better. I can see that. All right. So let's see if we put it up here like this. Take this out. And we kind of turn it a little bit like this so it's just off a little bit. We can put our little flower right there. And you've got like a little tag to put your sunflower on. I kind of like that. Okay, I'm going to put some Tombow. No. I'm going to put some Tombow here first to hold my this piece right here. I know what I'm going to do. I'm just going to put that up just a little bit. Okay. And we're going to use some dimensionals. I got little pieces here. I like to use all pieces of my, oh, it's already cut, of my dimensionals. So these are the end pieces. So let me see how that's going to go. Okay, so we'll just put it right along here. And this piece right here. And then we'll just, see, use every piece of your supplies. Just to give it a little bit of height. Alright, oh yeah, that's going to be really cute. Okay, cool. Alright, then we're going to put this right in here. So, yeah, we probably could have put some DSP in there. And I might. I don't know. Okay, let's do the seed packet. So, what I did was I just put a few little seeds on there because this little coffee cup is not going to take much. Okay, and I am going to put some soil in there with a little bag. I'm going to put a little bag of soil. I just didn't get any today. And then I'll put this, and we're going to create a little seed packet right here. So, this piece is cut at 4 15/16 by 4 7/6. All right. So we're going to get our scoreboard out again to make the seed packet. All right, and this is the long side. This is the 4 15/16. Say that fast 3 times. Wrong one. We're going to get our scoring tool out, and we're going to score at a 1/2 inch, and then we're going to score at 2 3/4. Okay. Then we're going to turn it around, and we're going to score it at 1/2 inch and 4. Yeah, 1/2 inch and 4. Okay. Sorry guys for the noise outside. We have got somebody who wants to play on their motorcycle, so I apologize for that. Knowing that I'm recording, I should put a sign outside. Recording on YouTube. No, it's okay. He's just out enjoying the weather before it gets rainy. So we're going to burnish all our lines. Okay. We got them all burnished. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take our paper snips and we're going to cut off some items. Okay. So first thing we're going to cut, you see that this has got the score line here, and there's no score line on here. It's just this one right here. We're going to take this down and we're going to trim it. And how we're going to do that, we're going to go right here on the edge and cut a little corner off, and then we're going to cut this piece. Okay. And then we're going to cut, go down here and cut a little angle it a little bit. So it'll almost look like a seed packet. I looked at the seed packet and said, oh, okay. we'll just make it like this actual seed packet. And then this one down here, what we're going to do is we're just going to cut across at an angle and just make sure you just go right there in the middle. And that takes off that whole piece right there. Okay, so I'll do this again. That was a little bit short. Okay, so we're going to fold this over. This is basically going to fold like this. Why is that still a little buckled? I'm not sure. I trimmed that, so we're going to trim this off just a little bit. Just this little piece right here, just a little hair. I even changed my measurement so that would not be buckled. Just trim a little hair off there. Okay, so this is going to be our top. So we're going to take this and we're going to adhere this one and this one and these two first. Okay. Let's just get out our snail. Oh, that thing's stuck here. And put here first. And then take this and fold over. And then this one down here. Trim that off kind of funky, but it's okay. We're going to take our little seed packet and we're going to dump right in there. And then we're going to seal it too. Got a little glue on there. Normally I would use our silicone mat and it's sitting right beside me. Alright, so there's your little seed packet. So instead of your, that's why I didn't do the DSP, because I'm going to take this now and slide down in here and it becomes your DSP. It's just removable. That's why I didn't cut that. Okay. I knew there was a reason why I didn't do that. So that becomes your little gift. Now, I think that's good. Isn't that cute, guys? So these are some of the ones I've made. So this is one of them. I'm going to try to do them like this so you guys can see them. I did this one for more of a modern thing. We made this on Periscope last night. There's no candy in these ones, so they're not going to sit really good. I made this one using our painted Autumn Harvest DSP, and then our little pumpkins, Merry Cafe stamp set for that one. And I cut out a pumpkin out of from the DSP, and I put some of our, what is that glue called? Oh, our fine tip glue pen. I used this and put over the pumpkin, and then I dried it really fast, and it kind of brought these little bubbles up, so it looks kind of bumpy, kind of like a true pumpkin. I made this one for a guy, and I actually had my son Tyler, because he has a pair of boots that almost look like this that he works in all the time. So I'll probably make one for him and Parker, because they both have boots like that, I guess. And this was the inspiration for this one here. So this one, I actually have a little packet of, or I have some cherry tomatoes in there. And I actually have somebody in mind for this one too. But again, I'm making these for a craft fair. But I had people in mind in my own family that I'll be making one. And this one is using our Grown with Love stamp set. And it does come with the dies to die cut the little wagon and the vegetables. And it comes with a watering can, terracotta pot, and some flowers and stuff. And this I just used our markers on the stamp set, then stamped it. Put a little bit of our gingham. I used our Wood Textures DSP on this one here to create these kinds. So, alright guys, well thank you guys for stopping by. And you guys have a wonderful weekend. I'll see you next time. Bye.